Yeah, last night was fun, that's for sure.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is poppin', y'all? It's your man, Cowboy Bales. Welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports. Oh my goodness, what a performance last night. Now, fortunately for me, I didn't watch the game because I'm in Eau Claire and it's Jazz Fest this weekend. So, of course, I play the trombone and I was jamming out pretty much all night till like 2 a.m. So, I was a little bit not paying attention to sports pretty much. However, my parents were up there and they were saying, oh, the Bucks are just like destroying the Bulls right now, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, all those fans that talk that smack at game 2, impressive, very impressive. But reeling off a loss without Chris Middleton, because Chris Middleton, not having him for the rest of this series confirmed, which they confirmed, by the way, is going to be a huge loss. And you knew the only way that the Bucks win more games is if more players contribute, because what we have seen from a lot of the side cast players, they haven't done anything. And of course now, yes, last game we didn't also have Bobby Portis. He I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not really entirely positive, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, we led and didn't look back. That's really how it went on this game. I mean, you just gotta really understand how everything goes. So, anyways, the big part of this game was that Grayson Allen was the guy that really stepped up when the Bucks needed it. He made 5 3-pointers and scored 22 points. And he was the guy that really stepped up when we needed to. I mean, I can't imagine, I wasn't watching the game, so I can't imagine how many people were like booing him, because of course, if you don't know, he made an aggressive foul and injured Alex Caruso. Of course, he's always been labeled a dirty player, so it's not like he can really say anything. Giannis Antetokounmpo added 18 points, and also Bobby Portis started, and he had 18 points and 16 rebounds, despite the pain that he took in the last game where he got hit in the eye. But he really just looked easy. This was the best performance they've had this series. These first 2 performances that the Bucks I saw, they just looked awful. They looked shaky. I don't know what it was. They weren't looking good. And that was something that I really was hoping, for. Anyways, without Middleton, it's going to be tough, but as long as people like Grayson Allen or Pat Connaughton or Bobby Portis or even Brook Lopez, as long as people like those stand up and really contribute, that's going to be huge, because that is able to really help Bucks down the run. The thing was, and then also Drew Holiday, he had 16 points as well. Of course, he's got to contribute as well. On the Bulls, they just struggled. Nikola Vucevic led Chicago with 19 points. Zach LaVine only had 15, and DeMar DeRozan only had 11. After all that smack talk saying that he was ever going to have a performance like he did in Game 1, well, he could have had more. It's just by the time the end of the third quarter, we were already up by like 30 points, and it was pretty much over. So, I think, they're going to probably have to look at film. I mean, there's nothing you can really say about it, but huge deal. I mean, you got to understand, having Giannis, Portis, Holiday, and Allen really contribute is huge. I don't know what happened to Allen. He was doing so good, and then he lost his starting role because of inconsistency with defense and stuff like that. So, but yeah, as I said, he was the X Factor. I thought he was going to be at the very start of the season the X Factor off the bench. Instead, they actually gave him the starting job because of injuries. Because at the time we didn't have DiVincenzo to be injury. So, and then once we signed Wesley Matthews, it was like, okay, they're just going to have him do exactly what he was doing 2 years ago. So that's good for them. But obviously, you know, they didn't have the work as bad as a performance as they did, but they somehow only scored 81 points, and that's kind of miserable. And that sucks for them. But great performance by the Bucks, a great response. I swear, people in Chicago, everybody is actually calling this one of the worst losses in their franchise history. And why is that? Because you go in there and you win in Milwaukee, everyone's so fueled up to think that the Bulls have this locked, especially with Middleton gone. The Bucks just went in there and blew them out by 30 points, 111-81. And now Bulls fans have got to just be embarrassed. I mean, you can't like drop a game like that at home. You can't play like you played those first two games on the road. Those defensive, they played such good defense on those first two games. I don't know what this was. This was just absolute abysmal. But I guess you can just say for this game, it was just outcoached. That's really what it was. That's how it is. So, Game 4 is tomorrow. It's a noon game on primetime ABC. So that's nice. But obviously, gotta keep on going with it. And we'll see what happens later on. Also, I'll be making my videos of my mock drafts will be coming out at some point next week. I have a very busy week, so in case anyone was wondering, so I'll try to be very tight with these videos. But anyways, more updates to come. It's Man Cloudboy Bale. Stay tuned for more updates, and as always, go Bucks. We will see you next time.